Good evening, everyone. This is Brown6299 streaming the Premier League Week 2 DLB or the Dutch Lions Brigade versus the Death Before Dishonor, Dishonor DBD. Uh, it should be an interesting game. Just to recap everyone on the rules. So just taking a look now. So rule number 1 is one man arty. Rule number 2 is indestructible nodes, so teams don't have to worry about putting defences over them. And rule number 3 is a panther ban, a bit like all the others. So let's jump on in. So we're going to be playing on Purple Heart Lane today, which should be interesting. For some people, this is a map favourite. For some, not so much. For myself, I don't mind it. It's not too bad. It's mainly the river ditches and stuff like that that is the pain in the backside. But it should be a very interesting game today. We shall see how both teams do. Let's have a quick look how everyone's getting on. So we're going to be playing midpoint of Grout Pillbox. Over on the flank over here. I wonder whether we'll see any rocket snipes from match start. So the wall has dropped, so let's keep an eye out. Haven't seen any rockets flying across the map as of yet. The armour look like they're holding back ever so slightly. That's not always a bad little thing to do, to be fair, because realistically, if you push up too quick with your tanks, you can find yourself very easily in trouble. See the Stuart going in there. Like I said, this map is famous for ditches that you can easily get stuck in or drowned in. Also, for armour, is a little bit more tricky, considering the fact that things don't render in. I think it's 300 meters or something like that. It just doesn't render in. So you can be looking long distance over the map and you can be seeing the tanks. Oh, nice little rocket there. You can see all the tanks, but you can't do anything to stop them because they're hidden behind a bush. I personally think the Allies have got favour on this side. Just slightly closer, easier to get to. Also, if they really put up a strong hold and they bring their armour up forward, then they can pretty much stop the advance from the word go. And it's very hard. It's such a meat grind for the infantry. As you see, the little pathway they're coming in down there is the main route in for them. So if you get an SMG at the end of that little river, then you're just constantly killing them. So it is a massive meat grind. It'd be interesting to see how the commanders use their airheads and their other abilities throughout the game. So as we can see, DLB has almost capped this. There's the Stuart there. He definitely will be able to see that Lux now. He's hit the bridge. Just moving ever so slightly. That's the only problem with light vehicles, is where they're so small. they normally don't get that muzzle clearance to be able to get them shots. Got one shot in there. There's a rocket in the front, and he is down. Let's have a look at it. Captain Jesse and Karen. So again here, like I said, they've literally got pretty much one route in here through the front door, and that is straight down that river. So if they are smart, they would literally just keep their eyes on that river, keeping it suppressed throughout. So let's have a little look up. Got a quite nice little line going on there across this bank. Again, all that open field in front, so they're very limited on which directions they're going to come from. They're either going to come straight down that middle stream or river, whatever you want to call it, or they'll flank round down the road, then across this little, alongside this river. So it'd be very interesting. Let's just take a quick look at the map. As you can see, pillbox is pretty much got loads of infantry inside, very well set up there. So as you can see on that right hand flank there, looks like there's there's at least a squad over there coming across. But it'll be quite interesting to see how DLB now go on the offensive with this point, because Madeline's farm's literally straight behind it. So all the issues that DBD are facing trying to get into this point, but also DLB is going to have the exact same issues trying to get into Madeline's farm. So it'll be very interesting to see how they overcome these obstacles and get in. But by the looks of it, this little squad here is doing quite well. They've pushed up quite far now. Again, they're using these little streams. These are the ideal locations for them to progress up. There's some supplies dropping there. So you got this squad now really starting to progress up. We've got garrison down. Not the most ideal location because, as you can see, it is out in the field. Not much, a lot of cover, but again, it's getting the people up here. As you can see, there's a machine gun at the end of this stream, literally just shooting down it. He's going to get natural kills because that is the pathway people are going to be running up. Let's take a little look across the map now. See how we're progressing on. As we can see, look how spread up they are. They're really starting to progress up now. I would quite comfortably start saying very shortly I think they will be getting at least cap pressure on Madeline's farm. Let's have a look at what DBD are up to. We've got a tank over on this, no, that's a supply truck. And again, you can just see coming up these streams how useful they are, because as soon as you run across them open fields, you're just going to get shot at, and you'll die. I can't see any of their other armour currently. I'm not going to go looking for it, just because I could be searching for a little while. I'm very interested to see this side. Private Ramp and Lieutenant Thomas. By the looks of it, Lieutenant Thomas is just bandaging there. Like I say on pretty much all my streams, I am not an infanteer whatsoever. I'm an armoured guy. However, when I do play infantry, I try and use like a pepper potting kind of technique. So move up, take a bit of cover, let them come to you slightly, then move up again. Because in the end of the day, gradual progression is still progression, it's just a little bit more slower. You can see Rogue coming down here. I wonder whether Rita has seen him. Or them. Grenade being thrown. Don't think he's seen him yet. Rogue has definitely not seen Rita. So, should be able to hear him now. Got Lux there coming in. Yep, they'll go boom. Johnny Boy definitely would have heard them shots. So, he definitely would be on the lookout now. But again, using us from very nice cover. Grenades being thrown. Have a look at this right side. They're doing very well here. They're progressing up. That garrison's still live. I'm very shocked about that, actually, if I'm honest. Just because of the location of it. But I guess that tree in front of it is giving it a bit of cover. So we've got a little squad here, progressing up. Again, them rivers going to be a bit of a challenge because there's only so many crossing points. I'm just going to chuck up a quick poll for you guys. Who do you reckon is going to win? Please answer and chat about it in chat. DLB or DBD? So the poll's up now, live. Got Lux there. War Daddy's definitely trying to hide there. Doesn't want to get taken out too quick. So whilst I just put that poll up, let's just have a quick brief look over at the table so far. So DBD above DLB. DLB has sustained one loss. So it'll be very interesting for these two teams today to see who comes out on top. Because if DLB comes out on top, then they'll be equalising. So Sir Hit a Lot is still here. So again, they're making like little progressions up. That garrison's now gone, so they will be going for a little bit of a reset here. Bombing run straight over the point. Is that there to hide something? Has something dropped and I haven't seen it? can't see anything, but it'll be only a matter of time. If they have dropped an airhead within that bombing run, then we'll see them starting to spawn. I know DLB have got a heavy coming up, so we should be seeing them very soon. But again, it's quite hard for the armour on this map particularly. One, with view, and two, with that rendering issue. Got an AT gun here. I've got to say, AT guns on this map are very useful. They are a massive asset to the game. Lux coming in. However, this Lux coming in, yes, is going to get a few kills. However, are they actually achieving much? Because they are just going to die. Will they get behind the line to get this defensive garrison? Probably not. Coming in too close. So he's making the right call to going back. He's got a hit. Coming in for round 2. He's already had one hit in him. So, and the AT gun is now up. Is he going to stay alive for long? Boom. Didn't achieve a lot with that, however, kept them off their AT gun for a little while. Let's have a look over here, see what these guys are doing. Let's follow this guy in. We know he's got so hit a lot. Hopefully we see him hitting some shots here. He hit. He definitely hit his opponent. Let's go and have a look at Lieutenant Thomas. They're pretty much in the same similar position I saw him in earlier. Whilst they're at stalemate. Let's have a look. We've got a recon plane coming in over. The garrison along the main road is a little bit warm, so enemy are on their way to come and take that out. It is hot now, it will be locked out. Rockets flying everywhere. Let's go and see what was making that hot. There we go, Sergeant Lincoln just is still alive. They need to be winning these one-on-one sessions here. These trees are slightly annoying. Did they take out that garrison? Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. Or did they? Yeah, they did. Being blind then. So now they've taken out that garrison, they've created a gap for them to exploit. I would assume their plan is to head straight up this road, then down along the riverbank into the next point. So we've got a big squad here. They have definitely exploited a gap now. Come back to the front lines. So Malarkey and Dave DeRave Cave is going to go and suppress. No, they're not. I was wrong. I thought they were going to take care of that squad. kind of at a slight little stalemate here, really. Both teams are trying to progress up through the front door. However, getting halfway up and just getting taken out, which we knew that's probably going to happen because of the fact of the type of map this is. We've got a squad here moving up this little viaduct. Is it called a viaduct? I don't know. You guys tell me. Is it called a viaduct? I think it's called a viaduct. I've said it like 4 times. They're taken to the crawling. I've seen a lot of discussions previously about people going, "Oh, you shouldn't crawl. It's the coward's way." However, look how effective this is being. However, a couple of people just did die, but it happens. And the opposition's doing the exact same. Crafty. Who's going to see each other first? They should getting eyes on here now. I think Crafty's got eyes on. No, he didn't. Captain McDoos. I like that name. McDoos. Getting slowly progressing up. You can see the armour on the ridgeline over there. Queen Cooper being all ballsy. Got a full squad here now. Their commander. It's quite it got taken out by artillery. I was just about to say. I'm quite surprised to see the commander on the front line currently. They must have all their garrisons and stuff built. But what use is a dead commander? Because whilst you're dead, you can't use any of your abilities. This little squad's doing quite well here. Let's have a quick look overview. Let's see how we're looking from back here. That squad that took out that garrison on the eastern side are now approaching quite quick towards the strong point. Surprised no one's taking care of Degzil. Got artillery suppressing them. Or taken out by his own guy. Degzil's still alive. Must have been a satchel on that tank then. It wouldn't be the best for visibility on this map. As you can see, the fog is coming in quite thick and hard there. Is Degzil still alive? Or is he redeployed? I think he has redeployed. Which is fair enough. Artillery's being a pain by the looks of it. Remember, if this first time watching the stream, welcome. Hope you enjoy it. The only thing I ask is press that subscribe button, please, for the support. It kind of gives me a bit more worth on carrying on doing these streams. I'm very small, very brand new at doing this, so I'm still in the early days of my streaming career. But so far it's going well by the looks of it. So that fog has really come in now. got a lot of people down this eastern side. I would expect to see DLB soon to try and put a little bit more focus on that, trying to push them away from this strong point, because what the last thing they need is for them to start getting into the strong point and lose control. And there's a Lux in here somewhere. Let's have a look how Malarkey and crew are doing. Oh, Alabome is to the right and they haven't seen him. Blair's just gone up though. Oh, Botty. The grass in these banks are very useful because you can utilise it to your massively to your advantage, because you can just hide in it. Churchy almost died then. Almost drowned. I could sense it. So Malarkey's doing well with his crew. Keeping them away so far. Let's go and have a look at War Daddy, NL and Co. Again, they're progressing very nicely up this little stream. A couple of people died then from SMG. Literally, you have to keep down in this, but it's quite hard because you can't go in the prone, because as soon as you go into the prone, you just start drowning. So you're just going to have to go up nice and slowly and just pray you don't get killed in the process. So hit a lot. I'll see him if he does any more hitting. So at the moment, 70% people on the poll think DBD are going to win this. Ooh, interesting. So hit a lot, hit. There's two. Again, they're doing really well here, going up this little stream. They can go in the prone now because there's not as much water. However, over on that enforcement is a SMG. So Hit a lot got taken out by a grenade. Now we're coming straight back up. I just did hear there's a recon plane just came over. Sounds like a bombing run's coming in. Sorry about this. Having a funny little 5 minutes. There we go, and we're back in. What was that bombing run? Hiding something. I always get excited when I see an airhead drop. Tom C's over here, so it could very much well be. Again, I've got to give credit to DBD here. DBD, not DPD. Everyone will think it's a delivery service. But yeah, they're doing very well here from this eastern flank pushing in, because in the end of the day, it's making DLB focus on them. And whilst they're focusing on them, they can't then be progressing up through the front door or even doing something like something the same. So they are doing very well. And also, the fact that they are so close now, and with armour, I would suggest very shortly, if they continue at this rate, they may take midpointing for the first time. Let's have a little look. And he's down. Not the end of the world. In the end of the day, there's 2 heavies on pillbox, so I wouldn't expect any armour to really progress up too quickly. Not without at least taking one of them out. Again, they've definitely got a garrison or something over there. Let's see what our friends in the south are doing. By the looks of it, we got 2 angles here. One going at a southwest kind of angle, and we've got these guys that are going at more of a southeast angle. Again, trying to achieve the same thing. Using this viaduct or stream, whatever you want to call it, pushing up. Look how close they are to the actual strong point. All they need now is a garrison or something like that. Whereabouts roughly are we? Oh, there is a garrison there. My mistake. Must have only just built it because it wasn't there on the way up. So that would suggest to me both sides have got the potential to cap their next point. You got DBD pushing in on that eastern flank, and you've got these 2 squads with an attacking garrison so close to Madeline Farm. Interesting. It's exciting more than anything. So I'm just going to kind of concentrate on this squad for the time being, because where they are and how much progression they're making, I think it would look more interesting. Lieutenant Thomas pushing his way in. And again, there's not actually that many people here. There's only a squad size here. So as soon as they start capping, if DLB send 2 squads, you could get a really strong cap on. Or if they lose their garrison, and I would expect their garrison's the other side of the water because that would be the safest place to put it. Interesting. Lieutenant Thomas has just died. War Daddy just died. A vehicle's just exploded then. Let's come back to him in a minute. So bombing run's just coming in. I'm going to hold it actually. There's a bombing run coming in over Madeline's farm. Be interesting to see whether it takes out a garrison or something. Rita Van Dunk is still alive. Here comes the bombing run. Interesting. What has just come down? I reckon there's an airhead for that. Because Doug's is running frantically. Yes, there is. There is an airhead down. Nice airhead, actually. Quite like that. I do like that. Yeah. Where's Doug? Is he dead? No, he's not. But Crafty's over there. They might not. They must know. There's an airhead there. Must do. However, if we look at the map now, where we are, not only have we got the attacking garrison around this area, we've also got an attacking airhead that if they attack Madeline Farm now, they're being attacked from two sides. Interesting. This is where it's about to get exciting. So they're using both, if we look at this bush, it's a bit like a V shape. They're using both the straight to use as cover to progress in. I'll just get the airhead. The airhead's still live. They've got to start capping soon. Must do. Must do. Yep, they are starting the cap. Exciting times for DLB here. Contested. Did they lose that airhead? No, yep, the airhead is now down. I think it's finished its timer. So what they need to do is try either build garrison or get loads of OPs down. However, I think they could be at a stalemate now because their attacking garrison just about to get taken out. Let's go and have a look down this eastern side, see whether DBD have been doing something in the background whilst a strong attack has been going on. So we've got another tank by the looks of it down at the end of the road, progressing his way up. Taking a little bit of damage. But again, these guys are doing really well at defending this eastern side. Really well. Got two tanks here. Yes, one's looking south towards the next point. However, it will only take, what, 4 to 5 seconds? Yeah. To get on target. So, they've got nothing to worry about. Because like the design of this map and the fact that you can't use the main fields to push up, it's very spread out. I can't get to an angle where I can have a little rest as such and have a look. Oh, ricochet there. Trading shots. One in. Do they have any rare repair stations here? No, they don't. That's one thing I would expect to see is at least two actually repair stations in and around this area, considering you've got two tanks here that it's not like they've just suddenly moved up. They've been here a while. Because now the driver's at that tank, they've lost the mobility side. If he gets killed now, then they've got to wait for him to spawn in, or the TC's got to drop down. They've taken out that tank. Fair play. But yeah, I'll definitely expect to see some repair stations. or at least a couple of engineers hanging around on their back ends. You really only see it in like the top 2 divisions where how well the infantry work with the tanks in, like, for having protection, having engineers and stuff. Let's have another look. Which side should we go, left or right? Let's go right. Where's my friend Sir Hit-a-Lot? Again, they're making very good progressions up this little stream, but DBD are not making it easy for them, making it a lot harder. Let's have a look over this left-hand side again. They're doing very well, to be fair, defending this point. They're literally stopping them every single time from that progression. Yes, we have progressed, but it's not really excelling. Is that the correct terminology right now? I don't know. But again, we've got loads heading into this point. Ritter's having a good game from what I've seen so far. Have I seen Private Ramp? DBD? It's private. What I just love about this game is how realistic it is, and the fact that they are using battle scenes or battle maps from actual World War II. So all of these have got a history. Every single map has got some sort of history. It's a bit of an honour, really, to guess. It could be viewed as however it's viewed, the fact that we're replicating events that people actually died in, but it's good fun. I enjoy it. DBD are doing very well at defending this point. But being realistic though, they will only hold it for so long until someone makes a mistake and a gap has been created and someone comes in. But then again, we could say that in the absolute reverse, because DBD behind me, or behind this camera, are currently making quite a good eastern push into the point. Reader is doing well, isn't he? Starting to cap. Supply drops coming in on this point. They are doing really well. Got people behind the point as well. You got a recon unit. Be interesting to see how DPD now respond to this big push, because we're a quarter of the way through now. %50 way through now. Or no, just under 50%. Getting too excited. They need to have a good big defend now, but also DLB could do with a big push. Are they going to keep this pressure up? At the moment, these guys, these players are doing very well at keeping that pressure on. They've got no garrisons nearby. They've got one OP. However, this is going to be a cap. It's got to be a cap here now. Fair play to him. Fair play. I did say at some point they were going to get the next cap, and they did. So fair play. They kept up that pressure. They kept patient whilst pushing. They didn't overcommit. And actually, credit to them, the fact that people didn't overcommit and come up. How will DBD respond to this now? Who knows? But I would expect to see a garrison coming down quick to be able to keep up this defensive hold onto it. Sorry about that. Every time I go click onto my PC screen, it sends my admin cam absolutely wild. There's bombing run over the next point. Are they trying to go for that aggressive push? They don't want to push too hard because they will just end up losing this. As you can see, there is a big group of people now on this point. They don't want to overcommit. They want to defend. They need to defend. This whole consolidation period, taking out their Garys, keeping up that pressure, not allowing them to progress, and at the moment they are progressing. Captain Spear's done well then. Will he see Johnny Boy? He'll be 1 for 1 on the point. Bandaging. Actually, there's 2 people over there. Definitely a garrison over on the western side. Artillery's doing well. Will Malarkey see the garrison or OP or something that's over here? Because there is definitely something. Where is it? Must be an OP. Must be. However, they're starting to cap it back. And this is where you need that strength in defence. Have a look at the map. See where everyone's at. Doesn't seem that many people on the map. And you've now got armour support coming in. An armour support on an offensive push with not a lot of pushback is a hard capping pressure. Because in the end of the day, artillery won't destroy them. Or we have heard of stories recently of instances where tanks have been taken out by artillery, but only if it's been damaged and it's a direct hit. But apart from that, they're in a metal box. You've got 2 tanks along this edge. Malarkey, bless him, on his own. I think DBD have going to secure a recap of this point. It's a shame. Need some armour support up here. Where is their armour? All on the main roads. Not criticising at all. Both teams playing extremely well here. Artillery's doing a fantastic job. And they've just resecured recap. So what does this mean for DLB? Well, they've still got midpoint. However, if DBD suddenly goes on a massive push now, would they be set up to defend? Got one recon over there. Got a transport truck now up here. I've got to say, DPD done quite well there. Their armour support, they've got 3 tanks on the field? 3 tanks. Here comes a bombing run. And there's an airhead dropping. I think that bombing run was just slightly too early because it hasn't settled. It's down. It will be now live. So it's 20 seconds, I think it is, on a cap. And straight away it's down. Yeah, it's 20 seconds on a spawn in on it. Shame, that would have been an incredible counter attack. Recapped their 4th point, then straight on to capping the midpoint. What you'll see now is DLB will probably do a bit of a reset. They'll try and reset that push, make sure their garrisons are back up and they've got that strength in pushing, then they'll push up. As long as DLB defend this with their lives, in the end of the day they won't lose it, because the midpoint is the point that win or loses the game for you. Where's my mate's hit a lot? Some malarkey running. No. What was that? It's just come down as supplies. Where's hit a lot? I don't actually know. I can't see him. Captain Shears. But we're already seeing the pros and cons of this map. The fact, the biggest con is the limited routes to get into the points, but the massive pro is the fact that you can defend these points. Again, if you're just joining and it's the first time on the channel, please hit that subscribe, please give support, and as well comment away into the chat. We're already having some people chucking a few comments in, mainly saying good luck and stuff, but yeah, put a comment in, vote on the poll who you think is going to win or who you'd like to see win. Their armor's doing very well across that water. It does look like, though, they are starting to progress in. Got Kiwi there at the back. I get a feeling that DBD will be next to cap. I reckon they will cap this point next. From looking at what's occurring right now with the fact that their armor's pushing up, they've got people in and amongst the point, behind the point, I reckon they will cap next. Go on, Malarkey. Let's follow Malarkey up. Oh, taken out by grenades. Pesky grenades. Got a tank by looks of it in the distance. Visibility's not that great, is it? Really not that great. Let's see if I can play with the settings slightly. Nah, it didn't make a difference. Oh well. I always thought the new settings, like, there was one that made it brighter for moments like this where it's quite dull and dark. Well, not even dull and dark, it's just foggy, isn't it? Let's go and have a look at that. I've got to say, every time I pick someone, DBD seems to shoot them. Am I painting a target across their head or something? That's OP there. Let's have a look. So we've got our armour across here now. And again, they will be struggling to see as well as we are. So they'll be relying on pings, they'll be relying on intel, recon planes, etc. Or looking for slight movement. But again, they're doing well at infantry suppression there. These guys are doing very well at trying to keep the infantry from progressing in, so he can do his job. Churchy! Doing some good shots there, mate. Big shout out to Churchy. Tin Ops just took him out then. What is that up here? See, supply truck. So just could see a red blob. You've got to have a look at these things because it could have been a flanking tank. Oh, rocket! Churchy's back. Have a look. Commander again's coming on the front line. And again, it's kind of like they've pulled out the Uno reverse card here. Because before DLB caps that 4th point, like, they were really progressing up. They were in these riverbeds quite well. And since losing that point, DPD has basically just pulled that Uno reverse card out and taken the best place as such. Again, we don't see any repair stations up yet. And this would be a key place to kind of chuck some. Sergeant Lincoln then. PCs have got tunnel vision there. Looking at what's in front of him, not around him. And they've just been satcheled. So we're just going to come back slightly and we're going to watch them go kaboom. And what's next to him? Nothing, I don't think. Ricocheted off. Sergeant Lincoln will be going, oh, this is brilliant. You're going to go kaboom. And again, the TC didn't see them around them. Tunnel vision, looking what's in front. And as an experienced TC myself, it is quite hard sometimes. It is definitely hard to see what's all around you when you're looking, and definitely when it's so foggy like this and you can hardly see. You're using all your energy to have a look. So we have all fell victim to the dreaded satchel. So it's very easy for me sat in here with my admin cam going, oh, there's someone running around you. However, they are going on the cap it. I did predict it. Did say they were looking strong. And if we look into this point now, there isn't a garrison really near. And they're pretty much inside it. How will DLB respond to this? Looks like they've got an OP down. Here we spotted where the garrison is. All it's going to take is a couple of rockets in that direction. Still capping it. Great artillery. Is the garrison still up over here? Yeah, it is still up. DLB are defending now. However, DPD have still got that pressure on. They've still got people in. So this is going to be midpoint changing for the first time this game. With 27 minutes left. It'll be interesting to see how both teams respond to this. And they're already starting to recap and cap the next point. At the moment, it is even. So they're going to have to make a decision. Oh, it's not going to be even anymore. Our tank. Qonzer, commander of DBD, up here again. They've got some strong presence coming straight down here. Oh, great artillery shell. Taking loads out there. Here comes a bombing run. Anything else dropping with it, or is it just a bombing run to protect it? There is a position over on this side of the map somewhere where you can drop a bombing run and an airhead, and the airhead's pretty much untouchable. I can't remember where it is, but it's this side of the point and this side of the map as well. Try and find it. I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere. That bombing run saved it for him. So what I'd expect to see now from DPD, as they are progressing into this point, the armour's starting to close in, is basically for them to defend it, put up points, put up garrisons, and really just push them back. Because as you can see, just the other side, again, there's another choke point, there's another bridge. So it limits that movement for them. And this is the biggest thing with this map, is if you can limit that movement, then you'll dominate the map. So an airhead's just dropped by the looks of it. So they're going to get everyone to respawn into here. I'd assume very quickly they will build garrisons, keep up that pressure, then move on to Grove Bridge. Here comes the bombing run. So it's taken a few of them out. It would have taken out that airhead. However, in the grand scheme of things, it's not done much damage to their defence. I've got to say, these two teams today, this has been an incredible fight so far. Very evenly matched. So let's go back to the DLB side. Let's have a look from this sort of angle on how it looks. You can just see how the Reds are just dominating that. They got a supply truck directly on that bridge. Provides a little bit of cover for them, I guess. However, if that transport truck gets, or that supply truck gets blown up, then it's just limits, or it's slowing down the progression of the tanks, because you have to then clear it. And so if you look over at the bridge, you can already see some red dots starting to pick up. So will they be going for the next cap very shortly? Let's take a look at the map where we are currently. So we've got a very small group, which is going to be the case because in the end of the day, this is now the attacking squad. You've also, in and around the circle, you only got a couple of people when a tank's just been taken out. So I would assume there's either an AT gun or a tank along the main road somewhere. Oh, Johnny boy. I'm not going to start singing, don't worry. I will want to punish the viewers. So they're already starting to cap the bridge. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and see what's occurring. Because they're starting to cap, but everyone's still over there, and all the armor's heading over to the attack. So what has come down here? Is it a garrison? Not sure. They must have something over here because the commander's over here. Let's follow the commander in. Let's see what he's up to. So they are capping, defending, contested. Back on the old cap. Starting to cap the other point, the midpoint. Oh, Tom C's just got shot. Let's see what. They're doing well at defending this point. This squad that is here, or these couple of squads that are here, had a big spawn in of defensive squads. So here a lot just got killed by artillery by the looks of it. Flare's gone up. They have temporarily stopped this push onto the bridge. So let's have a look where we are. We've obviously got a very strong presence here around Dove Bridge. Dove Bridge. I'm going to call it Dove Bridge because, yeah, just because I can't pronounce it. Or Dove. I don't want to insult anyone. But again, I don't know where to look. Because I could go and look at a pillbox because that's been contested and we've got very strong presence over there. But also with the bridge, DBD have got constant flow of pressure. Like they've had another spawn wave there now. but definitely know where the garrison is, what area, it is. Just trying to find the rocket to get on top of it. Or did they get it? No, but it's still up. It's actually in a quite nice place. Nice little... It's quite well protected in there. Not all these buildings you can build garrisons, so it's quite rare when you do see it that it's happening. Because normally it's just either sunken all the way in. But what I'm going to do is, when Pillbox gets to 50%, I will shoot back over there. Because I'm actually quite enjoying seeing how DLB are defending it so well. They've kind of created like a C shape, if you get what I mean, around this area. And what I would expect to see from that C shape is that C just become more and more narrow towards where that garrison is. And flush them out. Keep that pressure on. Okay, let's go and have a look at Pillbox. We've got a lot of contested, uncontested. Look at the stream of blue. Brilliant to see. And again, it's kind of like a very open sea. And they're just slowly moving into it. Got armour on top of the point. And again, that's going to be a very strong capping weight now, because it's protected behind this little bush, so no one can see. Oh, beautiful spot. However, it's not doing much, apart from adding that capping weight. But in the grand scheme of things, it's the cap that can matter. So by the looks of it, they've stopped the offensive push now, and they're just kind of trying to concentrate on defensive. I would assume because how many blueberries are, or DLB are in this capping sector, so they would want to concentrate on the defence, reconsolidate the area, take away all them attacking Garys, OPs, then go for the big push. But we've got 16 minutes left, so, and again, I wouldn't comfortably sit here right now and go, that's who's going to win, because they're both very strong, very evenly matched. Yeah, I'm not a gambling man anyways, but I wouldn't want to put money on this. I wouldn't be able to tell you who's going to win. Couldn't. Artillery's doing a fantastic job. There's one into that tank, but by the looks of it, he's missing his crew. Dali's on his own. Just look how well DBD are doing to swarm this defensive point. Oh, there's a tank there outside. Oh, this could get interesting now. Tank v tank. One's injured, one's not. Boom, dead. Great shot. Who's in that tank? I've got bad eyes, so I've got to come all the way in. Dave, do you like Jelly Monster? Nez Uko? Oh, and you've got another tank behind it. Who's in that tank? Anyone that I know? No, it's Brad. Need to concentrate on what's happening, don't I? So nice bombing run come over. I would assume that it was trying to look for that garrison. The garrison, by the looks of it, is quite wide out. In a good possible spot. Got a tank commander over on this side. What's the tank commander doing so far out? Got a nice garrison there. Might be running low on fuel, so it's just to add on to the capping weight. So we've got a nice steady push, or not even push, defensive reorg. However, Captain Jesse, I hope that's how you pronounce it, is on the case. He knows it's over here. But again, the water's too deep to cross it, so it's quite well protected. It's in that little divot, but nothing to worry about. Their armor's doing very well. I would say DBD have got armor superiority currently, just from what I've seen them, but obviously I haven't really been concentrating on it that much. Got an airhead coming down. Wonder why they sent an airhead here. Obviously, I do understand why they send airheads, but surely they'd want to use that airhead on the other point. Interesting. Very interesting. So we've got 12 minutes to go. If you haven't already put your vote in, who do you think will win this match, DBD or DLB? As it stands currently, they have been very evenly matched. The midpoint has been swapped hands a couple of times. And we've even seen DLB cap 4th point. So if they do end up capping this, will they suddenly go on to a really hard push and take that 4th point as well? Who knows, because at the moment all their armor's here. Pretty sure anyways. Yeah, there it is. Or will DBD go on some attack? Still, massive steady flow. So last 10 minutes. It's been a very exciting game so far. I've really enjoyed streaming it so far. Very two even sides. And again, it's still open to any of them. Yes, DBD has this midpoint as it stands, but it could be any moment that DLB could recap it. Is that going in for? No, it wasn't. I am surprised that they haven't gone for precision on that garrison. They must know where it is. Or at least got RT onto it. But DLB are doing really well here, keeping that constant pressure up. They are keeping them preoccupied. And the advantage of keep that high pressure up on the midpoint is that they won't want to commit to the next point. You might get 1 or 2 people floating over there getting OPs and garrisons and stuff ready. But as soon as you overcommit, you just open up that midpoint. And like I always say, and I've already said it today, midpoint is the point that win or lose the game for you. So it is the most important point. Thank you for all those new subscribers today. Currently on 44. Let's try and get to that 50 mark by the end of this game. Whoever is the 50th person to subscribe to my channel will get a shout out if obviously your details are open for me to see it. But at the moment, the channel's doing very well. Getting some fantastic support from you guys, so please continue. Please keep helping me grow this community. Well, she there calling me out for calling DBD DPD. Can't help it. It is funny though. So DBD may be getting a name change on my channel, just for the pure band. Again, DLB are doing really well with keeping that pressure up. They do look like they have kind of got a little bit surrounded there. Garrison is now gone over this side, so I would assume that artillery's got it, or a precision strike got it, that I haven't seen. And they are I completely missed that, the recap. I do apologise. But they are going for the recap. I do not know how I missed that. Do not know. But they are going in hard now to try and recap this. And within the last 5 minutes as well. Like, this is hard fought. This is going to literally... The winner of this game is going to be the team that literally puts it all out on the line. Leaves everything at the door and they commit. Because both teams have been incredible this game. Kev Porter's just replied back to the comment of Welshie saying how I keep calling DBD DPD, and he's basically said not a problem if we deliver with a winky face. We shall see at the end of the game if you do deliver, or are you going to be a Hermes? Again, I just don't know where I want to look. So much action going up all over the place. It's just like, sir, hit a lot. I keep calling, yes, do call him sir, hit a lot. And they have just recapped it. So for the fourth time this game, Exchanged hands. Literally 3.5 minutes to go. DLB have literally got a minute to either add some capping pressure or they're going to lose the game. And it would be a real shame to see either side actually lose this game. Sorry, my screen's completely messing up there. Yeah, it'd be a real shame to see either side missing the game because losing the game, because both sides have played incredibly well. You can see them all running across the field, drastically trying to get into this point. I do get a feeling that it might not change hands again, but you never know. Miracles do happen. That does look like another airhead dropping in, but it's not DLB's. Last 5 seconds for them to start adding capping pressure. And I think that has determined who's going to win this game. It has been an incredible game. Both sides have played extremely well. Yeah, it's been an incredible game. It's been very well evenly matched. Both sides deserve a win, in my opinion, from what I have seen. It has been really enjoyable to watch. It's been enjoyable to see how they played this. And again, with Purple Heart Lane, it is a hard fought map because for the poor infantry guys running across these fields, you're just constantly being killed. And armour is quite challenging with armour on this map because things don't render in. Bombing run coming straight in over the point, just a little bit too late for them. It won't make a difference now. Unfortunately, they won't be able to take back the midpoint again. However, for the commander, it would be giving him a few more points. Tom C there taking out the airhead. Again, I've seen Tom C at the front line pretty much the whole game, so massive credit to him actually, because from what I've seen, obviously I'm not streaming on their side, but I've seen the recon planes coming over, I've seen constant supplies being dropped, constant airheads, so fair play. The fact that he's on the front line trying to battle it out, and as well being a commander, fair play. Last 30 seconds, this is where we'll see everyone shooting in every single direction, throwing flamethrowers in the air. But again, absolute congratulations to DBD. DBD, not DPD. You've actually delivered. Absolute congratulations on the win. GG's to both sides. Absolutely fantastic. Last 3 seconds. 2 seconds, and that is a GG. Unfortunate for DLB, you have played absolutely incredible today. Let's have a quick look through who's going to get my little commendation. Do you know what? You can get my commendation. Sir Jaws Green, that's very good combat score there, and being recon. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant game. I even got some points there. Good defence score there. Adding to that defensive pressure. But let's go and have a look at the league standings now. So with DBD taking that win, that will put them to the top there. Unfortunately for DLB with 2 losses, they'll remain at the bottom of the table. I don't think that represents how they played today whatsoever. So I'd be very I will be looking forward to seeing how they progress throughout this tournament, and definitely within Div 7. once again, guys, thank you very much for the support. It has been a pleasure to stream this game, and I wish both teams